Hey everybody, it's Flyin Ryan here with a review of the JXD 395 Airbus nano quadcopter. Now this is kind of a cool looking quad. It's got a bus look canopy to it, which I thought was pretty cool. It comes in yellow as well, which is obviously better for the bus look, but hey, they offered it in green. Can you expect me not to take the green? So yeah, I got it in green, of course. The XYZ 3D printing guys do offer a prop guard for it. It kind of clips onto the top of the canopy here. It just clips into these side little vents on the side of it there, and so there is a prop guard available for it already as well. It has the standard 100 milliamp hour battery. Takes about 45 minutes to charge, so one of the slower charging nanos, and you only get about 4-minute flights. You get about 3 minutes if you have the prop guard on. It has the standard nano transmitter size here, and just like all the others, the sticks come off, so you can put some of the 3D printed stick extensions on there if you want. I think it has 3 different rates on the left stick, and the yaw rate does change with the 3 different rates. It's a fairly slow yaw though, and then it flips by clicking the right stick and moving whichever way you want. It has really nice tight flips. It flies really well at 100% rates. A little bit sluggish in the lower rates, but I find if you fly on 100% rates, it's actually a pretty nice flying quad. It has a USB charging cable and a spare set of props. Let's see. There's a side LED on this, so it has, your motor mount LEDs like all the others, but then it also has a white LED on each side. So it lights up pretty bright, though I have found the white center LEDs sometimes to be a little bit disorienting for orientation. It kind of throws you off for a second, but it's not too bad. It lights up really nice and bright, so I guess that's a good thing. It does have little like rubber landing feet, so it's got a nice soft landing, which some of these nanos don't have. But my biggest complaint about it is the motor mounts just absolutely suck. I mean, they're constantly popping out. Like almost every time I crash or have any sort of less than perfect landing, some of the motors will just kind of end up angled out and crooked, so I'm constantly having to kind of put them back into place and sort of twist them and click them in there. Which some other people have said that they haven't had that problem, so maybe I just got a bad one. But this is actually my second one. The first one I got was broken in the shipping. It came in the box, one of the motors was broken out. But I put it back in there myself, and I was able to fly it and test it, and it did the same thing where even the non-broken one, other motors were popping out as well. So I've got 2, and both of them do it, so it seems like a pretty regular issue, and it can get really annoying. I also think it's a new protocol because I haven't gotten this to bind to anything, and none of my other JXD transmitters work with it, WL Toys. No other transmitter that I've tried has bound to it. So as far as I know, you're stuck with this little nano transmitter. There are no other options. And I think, and you can recalibrate it, both sticks down to the left. So hold both down to the left corner like that and it'll recalibrate. And that is all there is to say about it. So let's take it for a flight. Alright, this is the flight review of the JXD 395 Airbus. I'll try to show off the different things it can do before I get too fancy with it, because I don't want to end up crashing it and having a motor come unmounted. So we'll kind of show it off a little bit, and then I'll try to fly it a little bit fancier. Alright, start off in low rates. So let me make sure it's trimmed out first. Looks like it is not. trimmed out pretty decently. Alright, now I'm in high rates, so you can see it's got some good pitch to it and get pretty fast. That's yaw rate on high rates there, so not crazy fast, but good enough, and it stays nice and stable. So let's do some flipping. It's like my trim is being really weird here. Maybe one of the motors is a little bit loose or something. Alright, let's keep doing some flips. So pretty nice flips. Maybe not the best nano flips I've seen, but certainly good enough. Alright, let's turn off some lights and do a little flying in the dark, see what these LEDs look like in the dark. So the white on the side's a little interesting. I can't make up my mind if I like it or not. Seems like it can kind of mess with orientation, but they, you know, they're definitely nice and bright. It's definitely easy to see, but from a distance those may get kind of confusing, especially since you're used to seeing white in the front. But not too bad in the small area. Maybe outdoors from a distance it may be worse. Let's do some night flips just for the fun of it. So yeah, it gets a little unstable after flips, but that may be because the motor mounts are loose. The motors kind of get crazy in a flip. But alright, well now that I've showed everything off, let's just kind of try to fly it and see what happens. Maybe I'll intentionally crash it to see if the motor mounts can fail for me. But in 100% rates, I found that I can, whoa, oh, I can do some pretty good funnels with it and flying pretty nice circuits with it in 100% rates. It's definitely maneuverable and quick and stable. Gotta keep the throttle up. Oh man, I already hit LVC. Alright, well let's try to, let's see if that did anything. Well, it looks like all the motors stayed intact that time. Well, trust me, it happens a lot. A lot of the crashes, these motor mounts will come out of the, you know, like come unclicked from the frame, and then you've got to kind of click them all back into place. But anyway, hit LVC, so that's the entire flight there. So, you know, not a bad quad. It flies nice, just a little bit annoyed with the motor mounts when they come undone. But that's that. That's the JXD 395 Airbus. Check the video description for the purchase price and purchase links. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.